Alright, hello everybody. Welcome back to Let's Stream Dark Cloud 2. Alright. So, between last time and now, I went ahead and did a few things off screen. Namely, I got Monica up to speed, so we'll deal with her weapons as the time comes. I also got a couple of new items, but nothing too serious. So, our next objective is to head into the woods and see what we can find, because the train's not going anywhere.
What's that?
It's a house.
It's a house all by itself. That's kind of weird.
I just said that.
Let's check it out.
Yeah.
Merrick is the Here! Hello, the Here! Also known as Merrick.
Someone's there. What? Ah!
What is it? What do you two want?
Hey, you're from the Furbit tribe of Sindane, aren't you? It's so cute, all curly and everything.
I went max on this one, just suddenly going wide-eyed. And this time the bonk hammer is prepped and ready for all fools. I mean, we haven't had any problems, so hopefully you won't have to bonk anybody.
Hey! Hey!
That's right. There's something I want to ask you, okay?
Were you raised in a barn? Let him go!
This is how you ask a favor?
Oh, sorry.
Oh! Oh!
Have you heard of a being here named Jurak?
Ah!
I wonder why he got so mad.
I wonder!
Yeah.
Ah. Dumbass protagonists! Anyway, before we go and do any business with them and try to apologize for Monica's stupidity, we want to take a picture of some of the things around here. A rock, a log, and somewhere on the ground should be some relatively detailed patches of grass. There. We also want to take a picture of this thing. Whether Jurak, and I don't think the water counts for anything, no. Also, this water is supposed to be blue. That's an emulation effect. The water here in this screen only turns white. So, it's not a huge problem. Manners, often lost on JRPG protags, exactly. I don't think taking a picture of the house nets anything. I don't think there's anything of particular note on the house that would count for a photo. I mean, the chimney maybe, but yeah, okay, we got a chimney. That's something, I guess.
Nobody's home!
I hear the Furbits are crazy about grape juice.
1 second.
And we brought all this grape juice, too. Now what are we gonna do? If he won't let us in, I guess we'll just have to throw it away.
Come in!
Hey, it worked! Well, look at that! 3 of them! What? Oh, you want the grape juice, huh? Well, it'll cost ya. Let's see. I've heard you Furbits have a mysterious magical power to make things like houses and plants.
What are you getting at?
I want you to use that power to help us.
Help you?
You probably know there's something strange going on. The whole world has become like one big deserted island. Everything's disappeared. At this rate, there won't be anything left in the future. I want you to use your building power to rebuild a town in this time.
No way! It's too much work. Besides, we got no time for that, so just run along now, will you?
What do you mean you don't have time for that?
Even if I told you, it wouldn't change a thing. Hold on, Rococo. Okay, you two, I think I understand. Come on over here and have a seat. The name's Conda. This here's Rococo. And this is Tobo. Pleased to meet you. So, who might you two be?
I'm Monica.
Just doing a bit of window resizing. Don't mind the cursor.
I'm Max. Nice to meet you.
A bit better.
You know there's something wrong with the world, right? A great darkness is trying to distort the flow of time.
There we go.
I was beginning to wonder about what was happening to our forest. Of course, I'd like to help out, but... to be honest, we're in a bit of a fix ourselves. Even if we wanted to, we can't help you till we solve our own problems.
What's wrong? Tell us about it.
It's a long story, but... it must have been about a year ago or so. One day, a beautiful woman got lost and wandered in here. We don't like humans too much, so we approached her carefully. Humans are crafty, cunning creatures. That's how we've always thought of you.
All looks good here. Awesome.
But this woman was different, she was. Her soul was more beautiful than words can describe. Said her name was Holly. I had a feeling that wasn't her real name, but that didn't matter a bit. During the few days and weeks she was with us, she wove a sort of spell over us all. She had us in the palm of her hand.
The Foth has finally arrived. Sorry for the delay. Battlefield matches can take a few to finish, and funny thing is, it's just my daily match thing. It's okay, you're here now.
Then, one day out of the blue, something happened. Holly left to search for food, and just disappeared into the forest, never to return. A few days went by, and still no Holly. We were so sad. It was like our hearts had been broken into a million little pieces. There was no way we could go on without her. In those few short weeks, she had become an essential part of our lives. So we formed a search party to search for Holly.
Sorry, I accidentally skipped part of that. Didn't mean to.
A party of 4 set out for Rainbow Butterfly Wood, where she disappeared that day. But those 4 haven't come back yet either.
That's why I took a moment to respond, so now I shall relax and enjoy stream, along with tossing any troublemakers into the Uwu box. Okay, so we got Star with the Uwu box and Merrick with the bonking hammer. We just need Koopa with the slag dimension, and we'll have the full set of team.
I was sure I picked the most able-bodied of our tribe, but they turned out to be a bunch of goofs. So, basically, at this point in time, I'm afraid we can't help you two out. You want us to use our special powers to help you, but the thing is, all 7 of us have to be here in order for it to work. Besides, we're really not in a helping mood. I'm pretty sure you understand.
7 short men with long beards and a taste for quote-unquote grape juice, totally not alcohol, and a lone human woman living alone in a big house in the middle of the forest. Where have I heard that one before?
That's quite a story.
I have a proposition to make.
I bet I can guess. You want us to go into the woods and find your 4 friends, right?
Monica's played this game before.
You mean you'll help us? Could you also keep an eye out for Holly? Each day without her brings us nothing but gloom.
I understand. 4 or 5, what's the difference?
I'm not entirely sure. It sounds like one of those kinky fan fictions. Watch it, Star.
So what does this Holly look like anyway? Any special features?
Special features, let me see. Must have been something. Her hair. It was long, I think. No, wait. Maybe it was short. I think. Wait, that's it. The potato pies she used to make were the greatest.
I am watching. What else am I supposed to do?
That's right, they were mighty tasty.
Don't make me revoke your mod power, Star.
Yeah, incredible.
Forget it.
Potato pie? That reminded me of the potato pies you made for me when I was a kid. They were so warm, eating them would always cheer me up. The most delicious potato pies in the whole world. Could it be the Holly that the Furbits talked about was actually you, Mother? Just thinking that made my heart beat faster.
Hey, now I'm being good and not making any bad jokes. I think you just made one, so you best watch yourself, mister.
This was the other reason that I wanted to see the world, so that I could find you again, Mother. Even though the world had been laid waste, I had a feeling that you were out there. Somewhere.
It's just beyond here. Lately there seem to be some nasty monsters living in these parts. Watch yourselves now. Legend has it that in these woods lives a mysterious rainbow-colored butterfly. And anyone who lays eyes upon that butterfly never leaves the woods again. You know, I wonder if Holly and the search party we sent out went and accidentally found themselves that rainbow butterfly. Just be careful not to run into that rainbow butterfly.
What do you mean, be careful? What could we possibly do to prevent it?
If that happens,
If that happens?
just pretend you didn't see it.
Wait, when did I make a bad joke? You know what you did. Don't play coy with me.
Huh? Well, whatever. Okay, we're off.
Oh, take this with you, boy.
What's this?
It's the Furbit's favorite thing in the world, grape juice. If you have this with you, those guys just might smell you and come running.
It's hard to tell because of the low texture quality, but this quote-unquote grape juice has a vintage on it. Totally not alcohol in any shape, form, or fashion.
Okay, I got you. Thanks, Conda.
Good. I'll be here waiting for you. I wish you good luck.
I'm being honest here, I really don't remember making any bad jokes. If I did, it was not intentional. I told you to watch what you were talking about, and then you said I am watching. What else am I supposed to do? May not have been intentional, but it was a bad joke. Alright, so anyway, before we go in there, let's see. Don't have any characters, and I think I want to say they haven't recovered yet from when I did Monica's little bit of training. Yeah, Foth's kind of half here. Yeah, you're sleepy, Foth, I can tell. Okay, yeah. So if Eric's not ready yet, Cedric's not going to be ready yet. So... Alright. Excuse me a moment. God, my stomach is really not agreeing with me today. Anyway, so before we go in, I actually want to do a little bit of ride pod upgrading. I want to buy the barrel cannon. This is probably the only thing I'm going to be buying that isn't a core. I just want to use this so that way I don't have to rely on using a melee weapon anymore. And And the base core should be able to swap this out, no problem. There we go, yeah. And we're going to be getting rid of this real soon, so I'll just leave that down there. And let's see, this can be sold, so that's fine. And Cedric, how are your points looking? Honestly, you've got enough, you'll be fine. Alright. You're good, yeah. Cedric should be fine. Alright, you... got some stuff to sell you. Also saw you playing Vampire Bloodlines earlier. I was! I managed to get through King's Way and navigated my way through the Warrens. There was only a few bullshit moments in the Warrens. It wasn't as bad as I was led to believe. But anyway... tell you what, let's drop Cedric for now, because I noticed this when I was doing Monica's little bit of catch-up. The remainder of Palm Brinks has opened up, and we can actually go exploring the full town and get photos, which means we can get some more inventions done and out of the way. So, first thing we want to do is let's head this way towards City Hall. We could talk to NPCs, but there's really no reason to. None of them have anything interesting to say, not even the unique ones. I think I have Trash Can already. Oh yeah, something else I did while I was off screen is the celestial bodies you can actually take pictures of and they count as photos. The sun has 3 different photos you can take of it. Morning sun, evening sun, and the regular sun. Whereas the moon is just the moon. I went ahead and took a picture of all 4 of those. I'll show you where I took those photos, so you can do it yourself if you're playing along. Let's see, nothing special here right now. Should just be a clock. Okay, we got a lamp. Nothing there, so let's head into City Hall, see what kind of stuff we can get. A shrubbery! These count as benches? Yeah, they do, despite being couches, not benches. Special there. Does that count as a chair? No. There's something of interest back there that looks like a door. Alright. Got some fancy chandeliers here. You never know what might count, so it pays to snap pictures of everything. Especially when your memory's poor like mine. Come on. Go in. There we go. I'm surprised that doesn't count for an hourglass or a clock. Phonograph. Glasses case. There we go, deer horn. I don't know why the bust of the deer itself doesn't count for anything and just the horn, but whatever. Let's see. I feel a sneeze coming. There we go, I managed to mute it in time. Ugh. Wow, only 2 new things, okay. Well, goodbye. Let's see. The hat stand doesn't count for anything? Bookshelf? Okay, book, but not bookshelf apparently. Those don't count for pictures? I'm guessing these are also, like, previous mayors of the town. Or maybe relatives? A stand? Yeah, that makes sense. Not the chair, though. Alright, I think that's everything we can get this weekend here. Yeah, that doesn't even count for chandelier or anything. Excuse me. Random NPC, just stand on the stairs and look creepy, why don't you? Don't continue your pathing, no. Just stand there and stare blankly into the abyss with your unchanging smile. I think that's everything we can get from here for now. Alright, so we've already cleared everything on Main Street and City Hall and the station, so now we get to go back into, like, the actual proper residential sector of the town. So back here is probably the best place to get the sun, moon, and what have you photos. Specifically, right around where this guy's standing, actually. You get a pretty good view of the sky from the camera. That's east, and west is, like, over that way. Anyway, monument, get a tree. I don't think we can take a picture of these. Oh, railroad. I guess we can. Even though I wasn't aiming at the tracks, I was aiming at the barricades, but whatever. Time's not set to fast, is it? No. Special there. This would be a good chance to get evening sun, if I didn't already have it. Get a picture of the lake. Can get a picture of the boat, though. Can I get a picture of the pier? Yes, I can. And my photography level went up, so yay! More free stuff! Oh, nothing from the bush. I know that is worth something. Can't get a window. I guess not. One moment, I'm checking in with my missing mod. Hang on, I forgot to mute my phone. That's going to be embarrassing if somebody calls me. There we go. Alright, let's see. Surprised that bell doesn't count for anything. Okay, so a window from the inside counts as a window, but not from the outside. Okay, so we got a flower. Can we get the flower pot? Ah, whoops, I'm here. There you are, Koopo. We were waiting for you. A bottle with some sort of nondescript homunculus-looking thing in it. Bottle. You can get an egg. You can get an eyeball. Wait, what? A chair? Huh? How does a dresser count as a chair? How does that count as a chair? That's not a chair! That's a series of drawers! That is not a chair! Game! What kind of drugs are you on? What is a chair? A miserably shaped piece of wood, apparently, that can hold things inside of itself. Let's see, there's a saw. I'm surprised that doesn't count for anything. Those look like some some shears. A miserable little pile of wood. Exactly. But enough talk. Have at you! Let's see, a painting, even though that's not a painting, that's an anatomical diagram. Apparently the good kind of drugs. Oh, this game. Window, bone. I think that's everything from here. Alright, let's head back into the proper residential district, and then we can do some more inventing, because we'll have more stuff to work with. Probably won't be able to make anything quite yet, because we don't have access to a supply line, but once we do, we can make to our heart's content. Alright, so this is Palm Brinks Church. That doesn't count. Okay, maybe I have to zoom in a bit. Nothing special on the outside of the church? Okay. Sorry for these frequent pauses. My stomach just really hates me tonight. Alright, we should be able to get candle if we don't have candle already. Yeah. I don't think the pews count for anything. Nope, they are classed as a bench. I didn't want the candle. No tummy issues, not allowed. I mean, it's genetic gastrointestinal issues. I can't control it. Let's see. The figure of the Madonna. Which, the religion of the world of Dark Cloud 2 is never explicitly stated. It's mainly implied. And even then, it's more to do with a feeling of of the designer's attempt to make it exotic to a Japanese audience. Because to them, Christianity is exotic. Kind of like how Shinto, Hinduism, and Buddhism are exotic to us Westerners. So they don't know much about the actual precepts of it. Just like as a general rule. If we want that Parn Studio sign, we can get a mailbox. Dude's got a nice veranda. Nothing else on the outside of the house. I'm sure that he won't mind. I'm sure he won't mind us barging in. Let's see. Paints. We definitely want that. Books. Painting. He's got these awesome looking flaming pots that spew purple fire. But, no, those don't apparently count for anything. Now, there's a couple of ladders we can mess with around here. If we go up this one. Get some free purple paint and a pot. Let's see. And unfortunately, we can't get to that ladder, but we can still look up there. There's a dresser or something up there. The cobweb. Not that the cobweb actually... Ah, cloth, good. Yeah, not that the cobweb actually does anything. There's a figure, a bed. And this one actually counts for a bed. Not like the one in Cedric's shop. Chair. And I guess this goes out to his veranda. Dude makes good art, but he doesn't keep his house tidy, judging by the number of cobwebs around in there. Okay, got some pumpkins. We have some gardening tools. Bows! Although those look more like two-pronged plows to me, but... Or like, two-pronged pitchforks, I guess. Barrels, pumpkins, there's a lot of bottles strewn around. I like the environmental storytelling here. Morton's house, just a pumpkin, a really weird looking refrigerator. In case you guys forgot, because we only saw him the once, Morton is the item shop owner. You can see lots of bottles strewn about. Some of it's been spilled. Can I get a picture of the cork? No, it counts as a table. But yeah, you can probably guess by looking at the place. Morton is an alcoholic, among other things. Never explicitly stated, but you can make inferences thanks to environmental storytelling. You can also get a hoe in here if you want. Okay! So first we have a chair that's actually a drawer. And now we have... Oh, okay. So now you're not going to make the binoculars a drawer. Okay, so before I do that, drawer, let's enlarge this. The thing in the center of the photo is clearly a pair of binoculars, not a drawer. Game, what are you doing? I was aiming at the hat, but okay. Thankfully, the residential district only has 4 houses and a church to go into, so it doesn't take that long. Alright, now this is Mayor Need's house, I believe. Wait. I took a picture of a bookcase and it said it was a window. Game, stop doing this! Kupo, Merrick, Star, the game's driving me nuts. It keeps claiming things are other things when they aren't those other things. Why does it do this? Why? Bookcase equals window. I see no problem here. I see a problem here? You're just in on it. You've gotta be. Game, stop driving him nuts, only we're allowed to. No, you're not allowed to either. Really? That doesn't count for anything? Okay. Who needs accuracy? Not Max, apparently. Despite the fact that he's the guy with the gun, you'd think he'd want to be accurate. Okay, I don't think I got anything noteworthy out of there, but it's nice to know that place is there. We have a gate. Can we get a fence as well? Yeah, there we go. Fence post. Can I get river from this? No. Does that count for a waterfall? Nope. Right, and then we have this big ol' honkin' building. This is Max's house. Like I said, Max is rich. Or at least his family is. See, now that makes more sense. Your rifle. We can see Gerald, who is Max's father, is quite the marksman. Elena's portrait, that's important. And now we actually have a name for Max's mother. Her name is Elena. I want to know, does that count as a drawer or does that count as a case? I'm pretty sure that counts as a case. Answer yes. No! I think this is actually Max's bedroom. Yeah, this is Max's room. You may actually recognize this desk right here from the cutscene we just had about the potato pie. Granted, the robot and all that other stuff wasn't here, but... Kid has a toy box filled with tools, I bet. There's something in there you can kind of see. See if I can angle the camera. Is that a horn? I think that's a horn. You can kind of see like a little yellow thing sticking out. I'm pretty sure that's a horn. Robots. Can I get the globe? Nope. Chair. Now there is actually something we can pick up here. A photo album. We can get that from the desk, apparently. This is a technically New Game Plus item. You don't have to have New Game Plus to get it. You can get it in a regular New Game, but its functionality only really comes into play in New Game Plus. Okay, paint. Paint, I think, goes at the bottom of the material types. So, yeah, there we go. That'll do fine. But you'll notice we can't use the photo album straight from the menu. How this works is if you go to Make, and then go to New Invention, you'll now notice we have a new part of the UI. We now have the photo album. And what you can do is you can either allocate memory to a memory card or load data from a memory card to basically store the photos on your memory card. And if you have multiple save slots for Dark Cloud 2, the data bank that holds the album photos is shared between all of your files. So if you want to, you can get endgame photos, like for inventions and stuff like that, and then transfer them over to an earlier save or an earlier file and make that invention way earlier than you're supposed to. That's the main attraction for New Game Plus, is being able to do that. But the game's easy enough on its own, even without doing that, so aside from the ones you have to do that for to technically get 100% completion, there's no real reason to make use of the photo album. Stained glass. Let's see. Fancy chandelier. And here we have a little lounging area, I guess. All sorts of pots. How many fireplaces does one house need? Okay, there's 2 more doors I can take. I think this leads to the dining room. Yes, this leads to the dining room. You guys might recognize this from the Underground Water Channel cutscenes. I don't think anything in here actually counts for anything unique. Like, if you look over here, we can see Gerald's meal from that cutscene. Completely untouched. We can't get the food. It only shows the table. Alright. Oh, hey, we can get a piano. That chair clearly does not count for anything. Alright, this is the final little area that we can explore for stuff. And this area over here actually has that counts as a palm tree? Okay. Looks like a shrub to me, but I mean, I guess that could count as a palm tree? Yeah, by the way, I love the water effect, like the reflective... I think that's technically called refraction. I love that effect they had in here. It's really cool. Alright, now this is the kitchen. We can actually get a few unique things in here. I was taking a picture of a bottle and a box, not the drawer. We have some very pixelated vegetables. Might want to be careful about eating something made with that. And a ladder. There's a fish. Look at the size of this fish! This thing is easily as large as Max. Let's see. That's clearly an oven game. Whatever. That's clearly a knife. That's clearly like a hawk of meat. That is not a stove! That is a roasting spit! We only use the best of fish. Of course, of course. That cupboard's way up there. Alright, I think that's... Oh, that's actually really neat, because I have the resolution up a little bit. You notice right there it says Dark Chronicle. Dark Chronicle was the name of the game in Japan and Europe. It's only Dark Cloud 2 over here in the States, so that's a nice little touch. Alright, so this is the servants' quarters. This is the last real room we can explore here in Palm Springs. And you can kind of guess who sleeps where based on the surroundings. Like, this is Stewart's bed. All the food over here, because we got to be different in the States. Yeah. This is Ferdinand, I think his name is, the chef. That's his bed because of the fruit. And then, let's see. Fireplace with no fire. At least when seen through the camera. They have crumpets, or miniature pancakes, or something. It's too low texture for me to really tell. And then I think this is Adel's area. I could have sworn you could have gotten that quill. Okay, we can get a letter. Now, there is one unique idea we can get that you can only get in this room. Classic American Kirby situation, yeah. But there is a photo of an item you can find in here that you wouldn't know is here unless you thoroughly look for it using the camera, because it's just outside the camera angle. It's right here against the back wall. There is a phone that does not appear in the camera. It's like just in the right spot for the camera not to be able to see it, unless you look in first person and just happen to see it while looking around, or you already know it's there. That threw off my 100% completion runs in the past so many times. I will never forget where that thing is, because apparently that's also the only phone in the game that actually counts as a phone when you take a picture of it. Ugh. Alright, that should be everything we can take pictures of in Palm Brinks. Should be. The only other thing I can potentially think of is a river. That might be the only thing we're missing. This feels like something dumb that happens in one of the many detective escape room games I have for the DS. What, the critical thing being, like, underneath the camera? Pretty sure this counts as river. Yes. Does that count for... Nope. I got that already. Bye! Alright, so before we move on and actually get back to business, let's go talk to Donnie since we're nearby. Not only do I have to pick up a reward for getting a photography level, I also need to pick up scoops from him. So, yo, Donnie, what you got for me? 7. A lot of scoops here. And we get the Explorer's helmet, which I could have gotten for free, like, right at the start, but... No, you guys wanted the maintenance cap. Alright, so now, let's start inventing. That one last thing you need requires you to turn the camera a specific way to go through a door that is hidden there. Yep, sounds about right. Alright, so now that we have more photos to work with, we can actually make some more stuff. Let's see. Okay, so we can make some shoes. Let's see, so we need a cloth, a parasol, and Clown Robo's attack.
Yeah, it works!
I refuse to make and wear those, but they're there if you want them. Let's see, I think I made those already. Okay, we got another one. Let's see. We need a ladder. A cloth and a constructor.
Yeah, it works!
Work shoes. Let's see, what else can we make here? We made that already. Ah, we can make this. Okay, we need a candle, a pot, and the weapon shop sign. Let's see. Candle. Pot. Weapon shop sign.
Say cheese!
We got a bomb! Alright, let's see. What else is there? Okay, this one's kind of silly. Actually, I think we made this already. No, we can't. We can make this now, because we just got fireplace, I think. Let's see. So we need fireplace, Polly's bakery sign, and wheat flour.
Yeah, it works!
We invented bread. What I think is funny about this is that bread on its own is an idea you can use for an invention. So why not just use the bread idea and invent the bread that way? Let's see. Okay, here's an important one. Not that I'll make these, they're just cheaper to buy them, but let's see. We need a pot, a letter, and a bone. Pot, letter. Gotta reinvent the bread. Here's the all-important question. Is the bread sliced?
Yeah, it works!
Gift capsule. These are a battle item of a sort. They're used for a side quest later. But we don't actually have access to that side quest yet, so there's no reason to make them. Let's see. Okay, this one's unique. Candle, flower, rock. Let's see. Candle, flower, rock. The greatest thing since sliced bread, unsliced bread. Wait a second. Huh.
Yeah, it works!
Light speed. Now this is a battle item like a bomb. You throw it, and it's basically kind of like a firecracker, but instead of gunpowder and explosions, it shoots out a disco, like a sort of like a disco ball full of damaging lasers, and it just shoots lasers everywhere. So you can't actually find these out in the world or buy them from a shop. If you want them, you have to make these. These are unique to the inventions. Let's see. What else can we make here? I think we made that one already. Okay, now we can start making ride pod parts. Let's see. I did that one already. Pretty sure I did that one already. Did that one already. Okay, I can do this one. Let's see. So, let's see. We need... Find it. We need a cup. Cup. Paints and parasol. Paints. Parasol.
Say cheese!
Ugly as sin, but probably worth using? We'll see. Okay, now I can actually make this. Now this is interesting. The next item I'm going to make actually has two different recipes you can use to make it. The main common point is the Clown Robo's attack skill. So let's go ahead and put that in there. Now from here, we can either do egg and scale or eyeball and paints. So let's see. Oh, I don't have the scale. Where the hell's the scale at? There's a scale somewhere. The scale might be later, now that I think about it. So, eyeball and paints would be the one. Eyeball. Because we did get an eyeball. And
Yeah, it works!
ugly, ugly things. I think I made that one already. Definitely made that. Pretty sure I made that. Let's see. I can make this now. Alright, let's see. We need a fence, an old-style robot, and a trash can.
Say cheese!
I don't know why we have to invent that, considering that's the ride pod's like default legs, but whatever. Let's see. Anything else I can make here? I think I made that already. Ah, I can make this now. Okay, so this next one, we need a fountain, a phone, and a tree. Phone. Fountain. There we go.
Yeah, it works!
Now that's actually a stronger weapon than what we have right now. If we wanted to, we could make that and replace our current gun with that, but I'd prefer keeping the one I've got because that's going to be getting min-maxed real soon. Let's see. Okay, the next one, chimney egg fountain. The grenade launcher. Now that's actually the first gun we can get that fires something that isn't a bullet. That does grenade damage. Unfortunately, grenade damage is the second weakest projectile type in the game, so definitely not going to be using that. A surprising amount of things are resistant to explosions. What's next? What else can we make here? Boat, tiny hammer, and tree. We'll do that. Let's... Boat. Tiny hammer, and a tree.
Yeah, it works!
We invented the swan. Sad Mr. Torg noises. I know. So many things are resistant to being blown up. Let's see. Fountain wrapper tree. I think we already did that. Let's see. Anything else? No, that should be the last thing we should be able to make here. Yeah, we made that already. Yep, we're good. Okay. Explosions! Yeah, sorry, Star, no explosions. Check something real quick. Right, well, we're done with Palm Brinks now, so let's head to Sindane and actually get back with what we're supposed to be doing. Alright, so now we're back here. We haven't used our weapons, so Cedric shouldn't have to fix anything, but Eric should be ready with some more bombs. Yes. Have that, and you can have these. Money! Come along, Cedric, let's go. I don't think I even have the materials needed to make a barrel pack. No, I don't. I could make one, but it's utterly unnecessary. Alright, so that'll go to Sindane. We want to go this way towards the forest. So, let me check and see what our scoops are, first and foremost. Dangerous Pumpkin, Gumo's Yell, Spooky Grass Smile, Tor's Nap, Earth Digger, Utan, King Mardan, the Freesia Stem, Rainbow Butterfly United. Okay, so all of these are relatively easy to get. 2 are involved with NPCs, 1's involved with a boss, and the rest are involved with regular enemies that we'll be running into here shortly. Let's head into the Chapter 2 dungeon, Rainbow Butterfly Wood. As is good practice, always save between floors. Just a moment. Sorry, I was talking to a fellow streamer to see if they could do me a solid to help me test a few things. Anyway, dungeon crawling! This is what we've been waiting for. I know it's what I've been waiting for. Alright, so we should have Cedric in the party. We do. So I want to focus on Max's wrench, primarily. Okay, the slash branch. That's the secondary key for this particular dungeon. Alright, here's a new enemy, skeleton soldiers. They have 2 attacks, both of which are easily blockable. Okay, now something about undead enemies, specifically anything skeletal. You'll notice he, quote-unquote, died and fell over in slow-mo and then got back up with a little bit of HP. Skeletal enemies can sometimes resurrect themselves. The way you can tell as to whether or not you actually killed them is, I'll kill this guy and let you listen. Okay, so when he died, did you hear that kind of ping sound? Whenever you hear that ping, that means you've actually killed them. Alright, so here's another new enemy, a Himara. This is a plant-like enemy, has 2 attacks. If you're right next to it, it can rapid-fire spin those petals on its head. You kind of slice at you. That'll knock you over, by the way, if it hits you. And to attack from a distance, they'll spit sticky sap. If you get hit by that sap, you'll get inflicted with the goo status, which will slow down all your actions. You can't run, your attack speed's slower, the works. In a game that's about, that ultimately is more about combos and moving quickly. Ooh, very nice. But yeah, in a game about combos and moving quickly, the goo status is one of the worst. And I don't think we have anything that can cure it right now, so we definitely want to be careful of that. But back with the skeleton soldier, they'll either slice vertically or slice horizontally. Both attacks are blockable and are no threat. Alright, so we have a new enemy here, man-eating grass. Now, we can actually get a scoop from this thing. The nice thing about man-eating grasses is they are completely stationary. They can't move. They have 2 attacks. They will either kind of spit a poison glob at you, like a mortar. It'll go at a parabolic trajectory. So if it shoots it at you and you're far away and you get closer to it, it'll just go right over your head. And if you're right next to it, it'll whip it at you with those vines it's got dangling there. You can block the vines. You cannot block the poison spit. So what we want to do is get a picture of when it does that. It has a little idle animation where it dances at us. And that counts for Spooky Grass Smile. So here's what the locked door looks like in the Rainbow Butterfly Woods. Just a giant spider web blocking the way. Let's use the Slash Branch and get rid of this thing. If there's anything of actually any worth back here. Well, there's an enemy, so yeah, we would have had to come back here eventually. Next time we get into a fight, I'm going to want to check something real quick. But first, smash the rocks. Yeah, we don't have boxes anymore. We just have boulders. I don't think I've been hurt, so I don't need bread. These chests should be relatively safe. We're not in Mimic territory yet. What do we got? Oh, very nice. Magical crystal. Oh yeah, and because they can't move, man-eating grasses are prime targets for stunning. Alright, so now that we've gained a few levels, I'm going to check my wrench here to just kind of show something off. So you'll notice we have 2 points in fire, despite the fact that we've never actually put a flame crystal on it. Was that there by default? I don't remember. Anyway, you'll notice the stats are oddly numbered. That's because we've got Cedric in the party, and he's giving us a random stat point every time our weapon runs. And that's why I want to focus on the wrench, at least for a little while, because we only have access to Cedric. We don't have access to the other trainers at the moment. We'll be able to get we'll be able to get 3 of the 4 trainers in the game in this chapter. Okay, so right there, you may have seen what looked like a guard sort of particle effect when I did the charge attack there. Next time I fight a Himara, I'll show that off. But both Max and Monica actually have the ability to deflect projectiles kind of in their own way. With Max's actually being deflection. Monica's is more kind of like Kirby, where you take it for yourself and throw it back. But Monica won't be able to do that for a while. Max, however, can do it just fine. However, in order to do it, it's going to require a Himara. Does that count as a fastball special when it takes 2 hands? Ooh, that missed. Generally, when fighting the skeleton soldiers, I like waiting for them to do a horizontal slash, because the horizontal slash takes slightly longer to recover than the vertical slash does. Leaves them more open. Awesome. Also, I found a rare event while I was getting Monica up to speed. Oh, that's right! I need to go take care of Monica's weapons. Give me just a moment. I'll take care of that when we find the next set of weapons. Yeah, I actually found a special random event that can only happen when you sometimes open a chest. Hasn't happened on camera yet, but we'll see it eventually. Let's see. I won't say no to free crystals. Right, so let's look at Monica's weapons now that we're here. I went ahead and got her weapons to +5 so we can go ahead and evolve them. Her long sword is now going to be a broadsword. And her magic Brassard, you'll notice I gave a bunch of wind, because I want to build it up into a bandit Brassard. You'll recognize this as something we invented last episode and we could have made before Monica joined the team. Now you'll also notice this now has a weapon property on it. This has steel. Whenever we hit something with a projectile from this weapon, there's a chance it'll give us an item from that enemy's drop table. I don't like the way these guys are positioned. Okay, that one in the back is just far enough away to not be a problem. Max can bounce projectiles back, but he can't bounce all projectiles back. It has to be specific ones. Okay, we've got a couple of Himaras here, so this will actually work in our favor. So the easiest way to do it is to charge up a charge attack. Okay, that just destroyed it, so you can't bounce these back. They will get destroyed, though. But if you hit an oncoming projectile that can be bounced back or destroyed with Max's Wrench, whether with a regular swing or with a charge attack, if it will be destroyed, it'll get destroyed. But if you can bounce it back, you'll bounce it back. Gotta fix my wrench here. Boom!
Alright, that takes care of you guys.
And there we go. Let's go see what the coin flip game has for us. What you got? Ah, the devil. Oh no. I think the wrench is already +3, isn't it? Yeah. See, we're already to 3 out of 5 levels in the first floor. You can already tell there's definitely an improvement in the experience here. Organize my inventory here because we do have some new items. Let's see, Forest Dew. That's a crafting element. I'll put this up here. This is Earth Element. That is also a crafting element. I'll put that up there. That can be sold because that's too low a level weapon to do anything with. Poison apples! Poison apples kind of occupy a similar space to bomb nuts. They're technically a battle item. You can throw them at enemies to poison them. However, they also have a secondary function as a different item type entirely. So I'll be putting them next to the bomb nuts for that reason. And as for what that other class of item is, this is a prickly. It is fishing bait. We don't actually have a fishing rod yet, so we can't use fishing bait. But when we eventually get one, we can use the prickly, the bomb nuts, and the poison apple as various kinds of bait to go fishing with. My Twitch exploded for a moment. Oh no, Twitch exploded? What happened? Care to elaborate on how Twitch quote-unquote exploded? Let's see, strange tree. Not sure, mobile just decided to not work. Oh dear. That's rich, considering my weapons are statistically more powerful than yours at the moment. it's fine now. Good. I like how it shows the silhouette of the drill wrench when we already have the drill wrench. And she gives us a free level up's worth of synthesis points as well. If you put your cars right, you can make that last the rest of the game. Anyway, let's move on. Okay, this is actually a better enemy to demonstrate the bounce back mechanic too. Because that's actually the best way to deal with these guys. These are pumpkin heads. Boom! They have 2 attacks, only one of which is blockable. From a distance, they'll throw pumpkin bombs at you, which if you're playing as Max, you can bounce back at them. And if they get close, they'll do a spin attack with that pitchfork of theirs. You can block the spinning pitchfork attack, but not the bombs. Okay, we're getting multiple enemies that have scoops. So, if you get close to a pumpkin head, but not within aggro range... Thankfully, they only throw their explosions in a straight line, so pretty easy to dodge. So... what we want to wait for him to do is he has an idle animation where he just kind of plays with his pitchfork and spins it around. So let's see if we can get him to do it. Got it. Dangerous pumpkin. Alright. Ooh, that was a near miss. Yeah, I just prefer using the charge attack to bounce the attacks back, because that way if I mistime it, the iframes will keep me safe anyway. Okay. What I'd like to do here, if I can, is get a picture of that tree. That's a Tor. Tor's nap, there we go. This is gonna be dangerous with that pumpkin head here. I might be able to bounce the bombs back at the Tor. Let's see if I can do that. I think it's programmed to go back towards the attacker and not who you're targeting. But we'll see. Come on, throw a bomb thing. You didn't even play your animation. What kind of bomb throw was that? Come on. Okay, it will go over towards whoever you're targeting. Okay, so you want to be careful with Tors. Because if you have a distance advantage over them, they'll constantly spawn these little ads. These are KOTORs. They're basically suicide bombers. They get near you and blow up. You can't block the explosion. They will eventually blow up on their own. And at least this version of them does not drop anything. So you're wasting your time killing them. You're better off just letting them die on their own. Now, Tors are technically considered a ride pod enemy, but they're not a machine, so we can actually beat the crap out of them really easy. Will you stop glitching, please? If I can, I want to try and drag him over to you. Come on. I want you to get away from that pumpkin head, please. Come on, just a little closer. That'll do. Now, the only other attack it has besides spawning ads is just swiping at you with its arms, but as you can see, despite how large it is, I can block it just fine. Now, I will warn you, the swiping attack has some weird hitboxes. It can hit you at random times. Ooh. Okay, good. We managed to kill it before the ads actually spawned. Good. Surprise! Oh, another Tor. Lovely. Ooh, a roasted chestnut. That's technically a food item, but we're gonna need one of those for a side quest. I'll just leave that there, to be honest. Let's see, because otherwise they're selling fodder. They're not that good as food. Okay. I ain't getting any closer. You can go ahead and blow yourselves up. Gotcha. Now, Monica would actually be able to kill these things a lot easier because, as a plant-type enemy, they're weak to swords. But I want to level up the wrench for now. Ride pod fuel. Nice. More free ride pod fuel I will always accept. Because ride pod fuel is rare. Not ride pod fuel. That just sounds weird. Granted, half the things that come out of my mouth sound weird. And with apparent newfound verbal dyslexia, if I'm not careful, I could become an unwitting fountain of memes. Unsliced bread! Ah, good. The magic crystal. I thought we were about half done. That seems about right. Oh, yay! Another scoop! This one I hate getting because these guys are nuisances. This is a molar, also known as an earth digger. This guy has one attack. Well, no, he has two. He has a physical attack and he has a projectile. If you get within melee range of him, his melee attack is to jump out of the ground and tackle you before going back into the dirt. If you are away from him... Oh, I missed. His projectile attack means if you miss speaking, who would do such a thing? Huh, I wonder. But if you actually keep your distance, they will spit a ball of black goop that, if it hits you, will curse you. That. Now, curse on its own really isn't that bad. It just stops you from swapping weapons, which at this point in the game is not a problem. It was a lot more of an issue in the first game because weapon swapping was more of a core mechanic to help combat early game weapon degradation. But here it's not as much of a problem. Oh, I can cheese it. Okay, so what we need to do, no, bad, we need to get a picture of him in midair. Wow, that is probably the easiest time I have ever had getting that scoop. Oh, man. Because normally you gotta trap this thing behind a treasure chest or something and just hope he doesn't jump over it and hit you. Now, the easiest way to deal with these guys is just to get up close to them, let them jump once or twice, and then attack the dirt pile that denotes where they are. Because, for whatever reason, hitting their worm sign hits them. Dodged! That's what you get for being cheeky. Who said you could dodge? That's rude. Let's see, I think the wrench, +4. Yeah, we might get +5 soon. Maybe, maybe not. Another Tor paired with a pumpkin head. Okay, that's right, get close. Okay, this is going extremely well. There we go. Whew. Cough lobster waffles. No, lobster waffles was not me misspeaking. That was me mishearing. Okay? Get your facts straight, boy. You see this, viewers? My own mods are turning against me. Now here's just hoping Kupo doesn't bring up Geomucky. Oh wait, damn it. I didn't have to do anything. See, I would never do such a thing. I don't believe you for a second, Star, and damn it, Kupo! Ow. Yeah, see, the hitboxes are really kind of disjointed sometimes. Sometimes it hits you at the start of the animation. Sometimes it hits you a few seconds later. Sometimes it doesn't hit you until near the end. So you gotta be really careful with Tors. Pretty sure we got a slash branch. Too sweet and nice to do such a thing. Uh-huh, sure you are. You just keep telling yourself that. Another roasted chestnut. Not bad. Oh, I probably should have saved that. Any more around? No? Okay. Well, we'll just go in charging. Ah! Wow, my weapon did not break. I will because it's the truth. Just because you keep telling yourself that doesn't mean it's the truth. Sorry to tell you. Come on.
All right. That takes care of you guys.
All right, all right. I don't think there is a coin thing to mess with, so we can just leave. Fill out the rest of the map. My OCD demands it. Alright, let's leave for now, because it's been about 2 floors. Usually it takes about 2 floors in order for the NPCs to get their skill points refilled. So, let's see. I don't think we used the ride pod, so there's no reason to fix it up. Yo, Eric! More bombs, more money! I will sell 2 of these because they're crap as food. Sell the bombs, and we can sell that Gladius. There we go. Now for the sticky clay, this is another material. I'll just put this here for now. I'll better organize that to my preferences later. Alright, Cedric, let's move out. No? Everything's in good condition, so yeah, there's no reason to fix anything. Neat. Moving on. Yeah, you kind of just want to do that every couple of floors. It's good for getting money. Ah, okay. So I actually want to back out because I can't use Cedric here. So I mean, I can use Cedric here, it'd be helpful, but I'm actually gonna grab Borneo instead. Yo, Borneo, come with me. I figured we'd be getting close, I just wasn't sure if it was this floor or the next, but it's this floor. So I want to go ahead and switch to Monica, and this will be Monica's sort of debut. Okay, since I have to be at work at 10 tomorrow, I'll have to back out early. Have a wonderful night, guys. Later, Star. You sleep well, okay? And I'm going to tell you the same thing tonight when you go, before you go to bed, the same thing I told you earlier this morning. You go to work tomorrow, you don't hurt yourself, otherwise you don't get cuddles, okay? Alright, rolling shells. You'll notice that that floor card had a red thing that said seal on it. Had I come in here with Max, it would have swapped me to Monica anyway, because this floor appears to have a red seal on it. I'll do my best, and I know the stream will be in good hands. Yes, indeed. Max has been chosen by the Red Atlamelia. You can't switch to him. Also, I'll do my best to not get hurt so I can get the cuddles. Indeed. So, this is sort of like Dark Cloud 1's limited zone. There are 3 types of seals in the game. A red seal, a blue seal, and a white seal. The red seal makes it so that you cannot use Max or the ride pod. A blue seal means you cannot use Monica. A white seal means you cannot heal with consumable items. Excuse me. I need to cough and get something to drink. My throat's feeling really itchy. Oh, my throat. That hurt. I'm not staying hydrated like I should, folks. That's me being stupid. Anyway, here we have a new enemy, Tortoise. These guys are just hardy more than anything else. They have a really I just missed. They have a really decent chance of blocking your attacks against them, and they only have the one move. They will stick their neck out and bite you. That's it. However, being turtles, they are also really slow. Now you want to be careful, because the tortoise is considered a large enemy. You'll notice when I dealt the finishing blow, instead of getting knocked over, he immediately turned to face me. That's a mechanic with large enemies. Instead of getting knocked over, they have their facing reset to where they're facing you. So that's kind of like a hard counter to spamming charge attacks, because charge attacks will always cause knockdown if they're not immune to it. Okay, this guy's being really lenient because these guys have like a 2 in 3 chance of blocking, so they'll usually block. There we go. Yeah, like that. Okay. Now what I want to do is, because I don't want to get XP for the sword without the sword trainer, I want to use this opportunity to work on the armband. Ooh, lots of enemies. Okay, I will probably two-shot these guys. Yeah. Ooh, just barely. Magic crystal. What else we got here? Another turtle. Well, at least we have a healing spring here, so that wouldn't be too big of a problem. move slow, but their primary attack executes surprisingly quick, so you don't want to stay in front of them for too long. And see how badly it's dulling my sword, especially when they block. Oh my god! What are the odds of that? Jeez, a time coin? Not only is that rare to get an ability coin just out of a chest, this one's not even trapped even! This is just a random chest. No keys needed, no traps to guess, just give me a coin. And then it gives me time, which is one of the rarer coins. Wow! The only thing that would have made that better is if that was a healer experience coin. Jeez. Oh, and hey, there's a locked chest right here. Let's not mess with that right now. What are the odds of that? Like, seriously, dang. Can I actually use that, or is that something I need to sell? Let me check my list, because I usually get weapon abilities in different ways than that. But I don't usually find a time coin. Let's see. Let me look. Sorry about that, I was just looking over some notes. Yeah, I want to sell that because I have better ways of getting stopped. Besides, stop's more of a hindrance than a help at this point in the game. I will go ahead and go over what it does, however. Whenever a weapon has the stop power on it, whenever you land a hit and do damage, there is a random chance that it'll paralyze the target. The problem with that is that whenever you paralyze a target, it resets their flinch counter after it wears off. Ah, I'm good. Yeah, you can see I'm moving a lot slower now. I'm pretty sure if I tried doing, like, the dodge, that would also affect my iframes. You can see I can't run. My attack speed's slower. Okay, thankfully the charge speed on the armband doesn't seem affected, but ugh. I have to slowly walk all the way back to the heel spring. That's what you get for being flashy. Ugh. Ah, okay, so that's actually true. You know, I never thought to test that. I always heard a rumor that if you had the camera aimed at a diagonal angle while you were kind of moving diagonally like that, you would actually move faster. I didn't think that was true, but actually seeing the speed debuff in action with goo and then trying that? No. Doing, like, having it like that actually makes you move faster. Running contrary to the camera angle does make you move faster. That is so cool. Alright. Yeah, with these tortoises, their guard chance is ridiculous. You can stun them with a rock, and they'll still somehow block your next attack despite seeing stars. Ah, come on, stop blocking! Thank you! Took you long enough. What do we got in here? Antidote drink. Not that I need it. Chances of me getting poisoned in here are pretty slim. Even though a lot of enemies can poison, and I'm usually pretty good about not getting status effects. It's only when I do stupid shit that it happens. Rude? Whew. I'd rather not get gooed again, thanks. But yeah, the reason I want to level up the armband, because I forget if I mentioned it before getting lost in a train of thought. Do I have the slash branch? I do. But we're not going to get the armband trainer in this chapter, so I want to go ahead and work on this before we get the other trainers. Come here. That might kill him. Ow. Come here. You're not dead. Get up. Come on. Alright, so we've got 3 enemies and a trap chest. Wait, no. Looks like 6 enemies and a chest, along with a trap chest. Oh, jeez. So, Koopa, what is the luck at so far? We've gotten 2 ability coins on camera, one of which is incredibly rare. How long do you think that'll keep up? Just waiting for an entire run of just lucky coins. Now that you've said that, it's gonna happen. Or who knows, maybe because you've said it, it won't happen now. Okay, I have this, like, perfect. Pick it up. There we go. Surprise! There's one enemy left, and we should be good to go. Missed. And poisoned. Yep, there we go. Because I said something. Oh, we stole a bat.
Looks like we got them all.
We stole a bug. All right. Excuse me. I need to cough for a second. Jeez. I've been feeling the urge to cough a lot the past few minutes. I hope it's not me getting sick. Anyway, you'll notice... Yay, we got a level. What level are we? 2. Yeah, you'll notice when we killed all the monsters, the seal was broken. That works for any seal. And if you don't want to deal with the seal's challenge while in the midst of killing all the monsters, I don't think you can get it right now, but starting with the next chapter, there's an item you can buy that will allow you to just not have to bother with seals. So let's go get that trap chest, see what's inside of it. All right, Max, you got the duds, you're up. I knew it! Koopo! Look what you've done! Ah! He called it all right. Ooh, a rock. Now, what's actually funny is I'm pretty sure we can get one of those for free. Because I think it's either a poison or a steel coin you can get for free from Donnie as part of the photography thing. However, much like the time coin, I am probably going to sell it because I have better ways of getting the poison status. If the weapons I'll be using won't just straight up get it, I'll have better ways of getting it. So, not gonna worry about it. Okay, Great Fish Swamps. We can actually just go ahead and go in here because this is a plot progression type place. We're probably gonna be getting a lot of scoops in this episode. Ooh, boy. We've already gotten, what, 4?
Hey, there they are! The whole lot of them!
Hold on. Something's up.
Huh? Yeah, something weird's going on. Let's try talking to them.
Well, okay.
Let me actually check my photo album here. Yeah, go ahead and get all these. most of those now. Let's see. We got Dangerous Pumpkin, Spooky Grass Smile, Forest Nap, and Floatin' Earth Digger. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we can talk to these three over here, but they'll just say nonsense. So you want to talk to this guy?
All right. Everyone's gone all weird. The fish aren't biting. What a drag.
What happened to him?
Beats me. I got separated from my three buddies, and when I saw them again, they were like that. They won't go anywhere, you see. So I'm just killing time with a little fishing. Although, you know what? I'm pretty thirsty. You wouldn't have something to drink now, would you? Something smells good, that's for sure.
Yeah, we'll give you your totally not booze.
Ah, this'll do nicely.
I mean, though technically it's not booze, it's actually wine. I think booze is technically a slang term for beer.
Just what I wanted, thanks. Here, you can have my rod. Take some time for fishing. It'll clear your head.
There's an innuendo in there somewhere. And we got the fishing rod.
Come back anytime if you run out of bait.
It gives us a free worm, too. Now, the fishing rod is actually classed as a weapon. You have to equip it like a weapon to actually use it, so it goes up here with the duds. And then we have all this fishing bait that we can mess with. Unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot of bait, just period, so... bomb nuts might have to do. But we'll see. Now, despite the fact that he said you can come back and talk to him anytime if you don't have any bait left, he'll chew you out if you do, so don't bother. And we'll go fishing here in a minute. The game's going to force us to do so. We don't have to learn right away. Now, those of you either on YouTube who have seen my previous Let's Play, or those of you who are on Twitch and saw me play it here, this guy might look familiar.
Hey, isn't that Master Utan?
You know that thing? Is it safe to go closer?
His name has proper spacing in it this time.
Yeah, it's all right. He's a pretty well-behaved monster. He doesn't hurt people.
Well, in that case, he's not a monster.
But it looks like something's wrong with him. Is he okay? What's the matter? Are you hurt?
Humans, I don't see them every day. Now that I think about it, there was another half-pint bumbling around earlier. This forest's starting to get nice and crowded these days.
Never mind that. You look like you're in pain. What happened?
It's pitiful, really, but I was awful hungry and somehow got my hands on the forbidden fruit. When I did, my whole body just up and froze like this, and I couldn't move. My fault for messing with the Holy One's food. I'll bet the Holy One must be pretty ticked off right about now.
So you ate one of these, huh? It's a poison apple. No wonder you don't feel so good.
7 short dudes with beer and a taste for alcohol living alone in the woods with an attractive young lady and poison apples. I'm sure I've heard this somewhere before.
Never mind. Don't worry. You'll feel better after you rest for a while. By the way, who's this Holy One?
The Holy One is a great fish who's brought happiness to this forest.
A holy fish?
Do I really need to make the holy mackerel joke? Really?
Monica, maybe this has something to do with those three back there.
Aha! I think I'm starting to understand now. This Holy One must have bewitched those three somehow. I bet the Holy One is really a big fish monster.
Well then, Master Utan, where can we find this Holy One?
I'm actually kind of relieved Star had to go because this is just rife for pun material.
Didn't you see a big old swamp on your way here? They say the Holy One lives in that swamp. I haven't seen him myself yet.
Swamp, huh? Yes, I think so.
Yeah, I remember.
Let me see. A big fishy monster named the Holy One that hangs out in the swamps bewitching people. This ought to be fun.
The puns write themselves here, that they do.
Let's go check it out.
Right. Thanks, Master Utan. You've been a big help.
Hey, don't forget to mind your manners when you're dealing with the Holy One.
Yeah, Monica, if the Holy One has a mustache, don't grab it and hold it. Alright, so something we want to do before moving on, take a picture of this guy. Master Utan, we get a scoop for that. Now, that one is not missable. I'm pretty sure if you don't take it now, you can come back here later and just get it later. And this is the swamp they were referring to.
Why don't we try fishing it out?
Huh? Fish it out?
Why are you so surprised?
Well,
It's a-
we've got a fishing rod. We know the Holy One likes poison apples. And we've got plenty of bait. Let's give it a try. Go on now, try it.
Okay.
Why are you so nervous and or surprised? It's a perfectly logical thing to ask for, considering we just got fishing gear. Alright, so, this is the game's introduction to how fishing works. For fishing to work, you can only fish with Max, because Max is the only one who can equip the fishing rod. So you have to equip the fishing rod, and then you have to equip your bait. We have really only two options here. We have poison apples and bomb nuts. So, I want to go with a poison apple. And probably the best thing about fishing in this game is whenever you pull the fishing rod out, a piece of the world starts playing. So, when you have the fishing rod equipped with bait, or without bait, it doesn't matter, just as long as you have it out, you approach a body of water and then you have the option to cast. Using the moving stick, which is left analog stick, you can determine where you want to cast your bobber at. And then just press X to let fly. So what we want to do here is we want to hit R2 to zoom in, and you want to pay attention to the... There we go. Whenever you see that exclamation point appear above Max's head, you want to snap the left stick towards yourself to kind of snag it. And ordinarily, this would start the fishing minigame, but here, this starts a cutscene.
What's going on here? There's a hook stuck in my beautiful lips. Is this your doing? I won't forgive this.
You're the one that made the little ones act so strangely. You must change them back.
Oh yes, more victims of my beauty. Really, beauty can be a curse, you know. Anyway, why are you here?
I already told you. I want you to change those little furbits back to the way they were.
Well, such a thing would be quite simple, my dears. But nothing comes for free, you know. Business is business, and everything's business.
Oh boy, this is gonna be another pain.
So what do you want us to do?
Ooh, so the little boy understands too. Listen carefully then. I won't say this again. Mwah.
I hate this fish, so uncomfortable to look at.
As everyone
I'm used to it.
knows, I'm very fond of beautiful things. But here's the thing. Recently, you know, I've become a bit, well, dirty.
You live in a
Ooh,
swamp.
it's so embarrassing. But listen to this. There's a fish called the pristine fish, that can clean up all the dirt from my body. So what I'd like you to do is go over there and catch it for me. You've got all that fishing gear, so you may as well use it, don't you think? Well, do you get my drift?
Yes, you've made yourself quite clear.
A pristine fish. Okay, and when we get it, we want you to return those 3 back to normal.
Yes, I know. You don't have to tell a man twice.
What? You're a guy?
Hey now, don't judge.
I'll be waiting.
Now, in this version, and, well, I say this version, but the final version of the game, this guy's a harmless NPC who's here to give you your fishing tutorial. Also, if you, at least it's not hunting for a shrubbery. Indeed. Now, I actually found this out recently while browsing some Dark Cloud fan stuff, and apparently some data miners went into the code of the game and found some unused audio files that actually indicate that this fish was originally intended to be a boss. Because something that the bosses will do, which I'm not going to let happen if I can help it, but if you die to a boss and they are capable of speaking, they will throw a one-liner at you. There are actually unused one-liners from this fish making fun of you for dying to him. So, yeah, he was originally intended to be a boss. I think that was neat. But they changed him to a fishing tutorial instead. So, in order to catch a Prisline, we have to fish here. Now, unfortunately, I don't know if Prislines will go for bomb nuts or not. So, I hope they do, because I don't want to have to waste my actual bugs. Let's see. Killing him would have been deserved, he's a jerk. Not really. Okay, so you want to wait for the ripples. And then when you start seeing a bunch of ripples around the bottom, pull back. When you see the exclamation point, you want to do a hit. Okay, so from here, we have 2 bars on the UI. We have length and the tension gauge. Ooh, that's not good. What you want to be careful of is you don't want the tension gauge to go all the way to the top. This one seems to be fairly sizable. If the tension gauge maxes out, your line will snap, you lose the fish and the bait. So you want to kind of reel in with the X button. You can see the length gauge down there at the bottom. You want to empty that out without the tension gauge maxing. And you may notice occasionally while the fish is fighting you, an arrow will pop up. If you move the left stick in the direction indicated by the arrow, you will slacken your line and reduce the tension on it. So thankfully, you don't have to reel in all at once. You can just tap the X button to keep the strain to a minimum and just go through a battle of attrition with the fish, and you will eventually win. And you can generally get an idea for how big the fish is by how quickly the tension rises whenever you're trying to reel it. Got it. Ah, it's a Baku Baku. Okay, that's not what we need. Okay, so when you catch a fish, you get 2 things. You get a fish, which in this case is a Baku Baku. We don't need this. And you will also get fishing points, which act as experience for your fishing rod. You can choose to upgrade one of your fishing rod's stats for 100 FP per point invested. I'm personally not going to worry too much about that. I'm going to be fishing... Intentionally, I'm probably going to be fishing a grand total of maybe 4 or 5 times. So, this time included. Let's try again with the bomb nuts and hope we can actually get a Prisline. They may not go for bomb nuts, and this may just be a waste of time, because there is actually a whole hidden thing with what time of day and what kind of bait and what location certain fish will be at. Okay, this one's a bit smaller. You can tell it didn't go up as quick. There we go. Pristine does go for the bomb nuts. Nice. All right. Now I'm just gonna keep the fishing rod out so we can enjoy this nice music. Okay, sorry folks. Music's gotta go. Alright, now I did get the scoop, right? Yes, I did. Awesome. I especially want to make sure that I don't miss that, because this one in particular, if you miss it now, you can't get it again later, and it's critical for some inventions. So let's give him his fish and move on. Alright, here's your personal janitor fish.
You caught it! Oh, excellent! This lovely bristling fish will kiss all the grime off my body and make me look stunning again. Yeah. Oh.
Alright.
Right, you promised. Return those 3 to normal.
Alright, Mr. Camp, calm down.
Oh yes, of course. Is this what you were after?
So now those 3 are better?
Well, why don't you go have a look? Well, please excuse me. I wish you the best.
Well, he's certainly cheerful. I'll give him that.
Let's go and look.
Right.
And that goes back towards Master Utan, so we need to go this way. Now, as far as what we can actually do with the fish that we've caught, but Pressline's gone, by the way. We gave it to him. But this Baku Baku, there's like 3 different things we can do with it. I'm probably just going to sell it because I have no use for it.
Hey!
Heyo!
How is everyone?
Oh, they suddenly returned to normal. I'm so relieved I can't tell you.
What in the world have I been doing? I cannot remember a darn thing.
Last thing I remember, I was thirsty, and I drank some of that swamp water.
Ew.
I can't remember anything past that either. What in the world happened to us?
You've all been under the Holy One's spell.
Remember, folks, don't drink stagnant water that you find in the middle of the forest. Not because of parasites, not because of waterborne diseases. You will become an unwilling slave to a fish god. Or a wannabe fish god who's incredibly camp and disturbing looking. That's the lesson for the kids right there.
The Holy One? Who's that?
It's a fish monster that lives in the swamp. You guys almost ended up trapped here forever.
Oh, that's crazy.
Well, what are we gonna do about Holly?
Oh, sure, we gotta look for Holly.
Hold on, guys. We should come up with a plan first. Let's go back to Sindane.
Okay, and that's the game explaining how the move command can be used inside of dungeons to leave the dungeon whenever you want. If you are in a safe area like this, or on a regular floor that has no monsters left, because you've killed them all, you can leave the dungeon without penalty. If there are currently monsters on the floor you're in and you try to leave the dungeon, you will lose half of your money. Alright, let's get you guys back home.
Ah, it's you. Is everyone all right? Boss! We were gone a long time. What have you been up to?
We'll tell you everything later.
What about Holly? Where is she? Where's Holly?
Yeah, I mean, they were looking for her, but then they got roped into some fishy business.
I am sorry, but Holly isn't anywhere.
Okay, hold it a minute. Listen, you two. Now that we've got everyone together, it's time for us to hold up our end of the deal. In return, can I ask you two to go search for Holly for us? By the look of things, I guess Holly really did find that legendary rainbow butterfly. It must be true that all those who lay eyes on it never leave the forest again. The only way to find Holly is to find the rainbow butterfly first and fall under the same spell. And then just break the spell, of course.
Rainbow butterfly, huh? I don't know. Do you really think it exists?
Coming from a person who has shown to be able to manipulate magic to change form and travel through time, you are the last person who needs to be skeptical.
Alrighty, we got ourselves a deal. We'll help you guys out, and you go find Holly for us. Alright? All clear?
Okay, we'll try.
It's settled then. You better get a move on, lads. Yeah!
What are they gonna do?
I have no idea.
What in the world's that noise?
What's that thing?
What the heck is that?
I don't know. Wow! Whoa!
I can't believe it!
This is just amazing! What an incredible machine! How cool is that?
You like that, eh? With this thing, you can make anything you want. Plant trees, build houses, whatever.
Truly amazing! Can I get on board?
Sure, by all means. This here is the control room for our pal, Carpenterian. This is the ultimate building machine, forged from all of the technology handed down through our fervent generations.
That music means tutorial time, folks.
Besides houses and buildings, it can build lots of natural things too, even trees and rivers.
Looks like we can bring back Jurak's origin point with this.
Hey, don't forget to find Holly for us now.
Yes, we know.
Oh dear, my KPS is kind of going all over the place and I'm getting a red bar. You guys doing alright over there? Any drop frames or anything? OBS isn't saying we got any drop frames.
What's that?
That's the reactor where you put the geostones.
Geostones?
Yep. Geostones are mysterious stones invented by the ancients. The geostones contain all the advanced knowledge of the ancient ones. Carpenterian is a revolutionary machine that uses the technology packed inside the geostones to make new things. When you put a geostone into the reactor, Carpenterian can store the data for building whatever is recorded on the geostone. That way, you can make new things. Just to warn you, even with the necessary data, some buildings can only be built on certain types of land.
Alright, Jerome.
I think it's like Monica said, someone changed the forest here. But if you collect geostones hidden in the forest, you just might be able to change this place back to the way it used to be.
Sounds great. We'll do it.
But yeah, we can do a more in-depth Giorama tutorial through the tutorial menu, but that's what you guys have me for.
Let's go then, Monica.
You bet.
We're counting on you to find Holly.
Max, look!
Huh?
It's a time gate. You can pass between this time and mine through this gate. You just use that stone. You're at Lemuria.
What? You mean this red stone?
Plot developments.
That's right. It's not just a pretty rock, you know. It's got mystical powers that let you pass through time. And the one I've got is the blue at Lemuria. They each have their own powers. Red brings you to the future, and blue to the past. With the two of them, we can use this gate to move back and forth between past and future. When we get Jurak's origin point back, we can use this gate to go see him.
Hold it a minute. My father gave me this stone. Why did he have something like this?
They say an Atlamillia can pick who it wants to belong to. It must have picked your father. And then it picked you, Max.
What? Me?
Anyway, the main thing now is to get Jurak back. I bet Jurak can tell us all kinds of things. About Griffin, about the rainbow butterfly.
I guess you would know.
Now we've really got to get to work. We have to get Sindane back into shape and bring back the Great Elder Jurak.
All right.
Okay, so we can do some of the Giorama stuff. The game's not going to explain how to do this right now, but so I'll go ahead and do it. When you're inside what's known as a Giorama field, which is where you're going to be doing most of the town building, you'll see down there in the bottom left corner the symbol of the Carpenterian. You see that and press select. You are now in the Carpenterian and can enter build mode. So what we want to do is we want to go to clean up, and we got a bunch of free materials just lying around in the forms of all this debris. I'm going to pick all this up. Now the grass patches can be a little hard to see sometimes. Got all those. Now you want to make sure you take a picture of all this before you pick it up. And that should be it. We can leave the Furbit's house where it is for now. We'll probably move it around later, but we should be fine, guys. Okay, so the thorn trees we want to keep, everything else we want to break. Now, what breaking does is it refunds a percentage of the materials you used to make the thing in the first place. Since we didn't make these rocks, logs, or grasses, this is just free materials. So, yeah. We want to keep the trees for later, and yeah, we'll just kind of worry about other stuff when we actually have a direction for how we're actually supposed to do this. Let's see, we should have gotten some more materials. Yeah, we got some rough rocks here. Right there for now. And now we have a bunch of stuff to sell. I don't know if we were gone long enough for Eric to get his skill points back for the bombs. See if he did. We can make a little bit of extra money if that's the case. Got your bombs ready? Yes, we were gone long enough. Excellent. We want to sell the coins. Except for this, we want to keep that one. Sell you and sell the bombs. Yeah. Alright, yo, Cedric! Around. We need to work on the wrench some more. Alright, well, we're done. Okay, I'm being called away for group shenanigans. Best of luck. I'm about to call it myself here. Let's just, I'm gonna make a little bit more forward progress and then save the rest for tomorrow. let's go ahead and back to the Great Fish Swamps, because, well, the only way forward's through here. Alright, now to continue, we gotta head to Master Utan's little area.
Hey, you're back.
Master Utan, you're looking a lot better now.
Sure. I just ate something I wasn't supposed to after all. I'm gonna be more careful from now on.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
By the way, we want to ask you a favor.
Hmm?
We want to get through here. Do you think you can move that boulder for us?
Oh, that? Piece of cake. Wait right here.
Wow! Master Utan, you're so strong!
How about that? Guess I still got it. Ow!
Are you okay?
Oh boy, I've gone and sprained my back. I think I'll rest here a while. You go on ahead.
Maybe you should exercise a little more often. But thanks a lot. You really helped us out.
Right. We'll see you later.
Alright, and this is where Master Utan will be for the rest of the game, if you still haven't gotten his scoop yet. But we're free to move on, so move on we shall. Alright. I think this is a good place to stop. Okay, yeah, this is a good place to stop as any, so I think I'll go ahead and end it here. Thank you all for joining me for tonight's stream of Dark Cloud 2. We'll continue this again tomorrow. And hope you guys have a good night, and I'll see y'all then. Later, everyone.